Sacramento Kings fall to 6-19 on this season, tied for the second worst 25-game start in franchise history and are on pace to finish 20 wins and 62 losses after tonight's blowout loss to the Denver Nuggets. Currently hold the third worst record in the NBA. On the bright spot, we saw lots of the young Kings players. Let's talk about this one right now on our Kings-related post-game recap. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Kings-related podcast, wherever you may be, and yet another blowout loss by your Sacramento Kings to the Denver Nuggets on this Thursday night. But first, before we get into tonight's recap, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up button. Smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and we are also available on all audio platforms, so please follow, rate, and review wherever you listen to your podcast. In the first 20 of this season, the Sacramento Kings have played either the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves, who they will see Sunday, and the Oklahoma City Thunder 4 times each for Denver and Minnesota, and then 3 times for Oklahoma City. That is 42% of the Kings games are against those 3 teams alone. Yes, the schedule sucks, and yes, the Sacramento Kings are absolutely bad. And in a game that felt really familiar, the first 2 games against this Nuggets team, once again, the Kings really would not in this game at all, even though it was a close game early. But the Denver Nuggets, they pulled away from Sacramento towards the end of that first quarter, and really, they never looked back, and it was always going to be a tough game because you got Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic against a Kings team that did not have Sabonis, Zach LaVine, or Dennis Schroeder in this contest. But at the same time, the Nuggets, they were shorthanded. No Aaron Gordon or Christian Brown or them. But the Kings, one, they had no answer for the 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic. No answer at all. And it felt like Jokic didn't even break a sweat in this basketball game tonight. And like they had no answer for Jokic in this game. Just like he didn't play the fourth quarter. And he ended this game 36 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 14 of 16 shooting for 87% from the field, and he was 2 of 2 from 3, and he made everything look incredibly easy tonight as Jokic put up a seemingly effortless monster performance in just 30 minutes of action against Sacramento, and this was a good lesson for Maxime Reynaud as Max continues in his young NBA career. 2, Devin Carter, who we haven't seen in about a month, had his best game of the season. And even though he spent the last 2 with the G League Stockton Kings, in a game like this, in a blowout, even like these are meaningful minutes for guys like Devin. And to get heavy minutes in a game like this with both Zach and Dennis out in this ball game, and alone with a blowout loss to a really good Denver Nuggets team, Devin Carter got to play 21, and it's just the second time this season alone that he's even reached that 20-minute limit. He played against the Denver Nuggets, a really good team. The Nuggets with the best offensive rating in the NBA this season. Their offensive numbers are incredible. And Devin tonight, 15 points, 4 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, and 3 of 6 long range off the bench for the Sacramento Kings. It's really hard to judge in these in any game like a blowout loss. I want to see more of Devin Carter to see what he can do, whether you move him because he is an undersized guard. This is a good sign. Give him extended minutes as maybe you look to use him as a trade chip, put him in a deal, in a package. We get closer to the trade deadline. Another thing that was good from this game, the heavy minutes for the young players on this team. And it wasn't just Devin who finished with heavy minutes in this blowout loss. Nick Clifford got his first NBA start. He played 28 minutes. Maxime Reynaud, his third straight start, and he played 36 minutes in this game. And Keon Ellis, a season high 31 minutes. And going forward, and I don't care if the Kings get blown out in every game. This is the lineup I would love to see the Sacramento Kings roll out to give big minutes to your young players. Devin Carter, Keon Ellis, Clifford, Keegan Murray, and Maxime Reynaud. If you're going to lose ugly, get your young players the much needed experience right now. Let them learn on the fly. Because this season is way past over. We're looking to see what do you have going forward as part of this team. We know Keegan is going to be part of this team. Clifford, Max, is somebody like Devin Carter, whether you keep him or put him in a trade package. And this is what many fans like myself have asked for during the summertime and when the season first started. Sit the vets on the bench and play the young players on this team. And this was also a glimpse at what can happen if Doug Christie were to do that on a regular basis. And the young players, they did look overmatched in every facet of this game tonight against the Nuggets. But in all honesty, that's okay. This season is not about wins and losses. It's just a reminder of where the players are right now in their careers. And in the end, games like tonight are great for their development going forward for the long term. They could be a lot tough watching as fans as this season continues. So just play the young guys. That's all we wanna see going forward. So sit the vets because they're not here for the long term. They're not part of what Scott Perry, Doug Christie are trying to build for the long term. And speaking of Clifford tonight, Sacramento Kings started 2 rookies tonight in Clifford and Maxime Reynaud. You have to go back to 2018, which was the last time the Sacramento Kings started multiple rookies. You had De'Aaron Fox, you had Bogdanovich, Justin Jackson as multiple rookies who started the last time they had multiple rookies start a game. And this game got off to a wild start. The Kings trailed big after the first quarter, 41-26. After the first quarter, Malik Monk led with 9 points. You had Russell Westbrook with 6 points, and DeRozan with 5. And Jokic at the end of the first, 16 points at the end of that first quarter. And Maxime Reynaud who has scored 9+ points in 5 straight games, entering tonight's play, he was already off to a strong start in this game. At the end of the first quarter, 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 of 6 from the field. Great start for Max, and he's been playing better. I think he's gotten better on the defensive end and as a rebounder since he's got these extended minutes since Sabonis has been out with the injury. So you never want injuries to happen, but the injuries to Sabonis, the best thing to happen. So Maxime gets these very important minutes as real life growth and player development in real time. Um, and it wasn't over quite yet for Sacramento after that first quarter. They were getting crushed in the second quarter. At halftime, it was 77-54. He had 17 points for Westbrook at the half, 11 points from DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and Malik Monk. They each had 9 points at the halftime, and Maxime Reynaud had 8. And the Sacramento Kings only finished with 7 assists in that first half. Just, oh my gosh, just absolutely incredible. It felt like the Denver Nuggets weren't even breaking a sweat in this game tonight because it was like target practice for the Denver Nuggets all night long. Sacramento got outscored in that second quarter, 36-28 in that second quarter. And overall in the game, you had the rebounding total 46-38 in favor of the Nuggets, 35-21 assists favoring the Denver Nuggets. Kings get crushed. It didn't stop there. As going into the fourth, the third quarter was even more of a mess. The Kings, with 12 minutes left after the third quarter, were trailing 109-80 after 3 quarters. Devin, first action about a few months, playing well off the bench. He had in 9 minutes off the bench, had 7 points and 2 assists quickly off the Kings bench. And quite frankly, nothing. If you want to talk about a bright spot is from this game, besides the blowout loss, was the young players. As the Kings, they dropped their second straight game tonight, and after winning that game in Miami and then losing in Indiana, but there were boobers in the arena tonight, and also a few sell the team chants. And I hope Reynaud, I hope he heard those sell the team chants, because this fan base will not put up with what we are watching this year. It has been more than a decade, and Reynaud has been a terrible owner. It is about time. Thank you for your service in Sacramento. Thank you for stepping up and saving this team. You are a terrible owner. You bought the team for what, 500 something million? The team's worth what, a couple billions? Yes, you've made money. You made a profit. Take your money, sell the team, enjoy the rest of your life. You are a terrible owner, please. Because the one thing you were right about, Vivek, this is our team, and it's here to stay. So please, do us all a favor. Get the fuck out. Sell the team. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Back to the recap. So with Sabonis out, last man standing, and Doug Christie, he made the bold move of starting Max Reynaud a couple games ago, and he's been starting these last 3 games. And after Drew Eubanks left the game with a thumb injury, did not return, and the Kings have absolutely zero, a capital Z, zero depth at that center position with Maxime playing well and finishing with 15 points and 9 rebound performance. It's gonna be tough sledding to see who is backing up Maxime Reynaud for that next game Sunday against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Devin Carter, who hasn't seen game action since a few months ago. I think it was November 11th was the last game, and then he was sent to the G League for a couple games. He played in back-to-back games for the Stockton Kings on Tuesday and Wednesday, and playing on a third straight day tonight. I thought Devin looked solid in his action tonight for the Kings. 15 points and dishing out 4 assists. And again, a blowout loss. These are valuable minutes and experience for a young player like Devin to get better to show Doug Christie and his coaching staff play the young guys. Nick Clifford, who has been really solid on the defensive end early in his NBA career, but his offensive game, it's taking time to develop, and this is where play him more minutes, get that offensive game going. So, but he picked up his third start of the season, and he struggled in this game. 1 of 8 from field, just 2 points. All I want to see Clifford do, keep shooting. That's all I want Clifford to be doing. If he's not out there on the basketball floor. And with the lopsided score of this game tonight, Keegan Murray, who only played 28 minutes in this game, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and with both Zach and Sabonis out, the Kings needed a much better scoring night from Keegan Murray tonight with those 2 guys out. And Russell Westbrook, who put up another big game against his former team, the Denver Nuggets, 17 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Russell Westbrook continues to fend off Father Time, even if it doesn't equal wins, victories, or whatever you want to talk about. But show the Nuggets what they are missing. And Russell Westbrook just continues to blow me away. He's the one vet I would not sit, and the one vet I would play with these young players that the Kings are looking to develop. A bounce back game after scoring a total of 3 points and 1 of 12 shooting over Sacramento's previous 2 games. Malik Monk, who did not play in the second half in that game in Indiana, he looked energized off the bench tonight. In the first half, he scored 9 points in his first 3 minutes off the bench in that first half of action, and he finished with 18 points in this blowout loss to the Denver Nuggets. It's not about wins and losses. This is the 13th this season that the Sacramento Kings have lost by double digits or more. That is third in the NBA behind the Washington Wizards and the Brooklyn Nets. Kings suffered another big loss, falling 136 to 105 to the Denver Nuggets. They are now 6-19 on the season. They are on pace for 20 wins this season. Two seasons ago, Sacramento was the 3rd team in the West, the best watch around the NBA, the talk of the league, and 2 seasons later, here we are now. They are unwatchable, they are boring, and not a real basketball team right now. Just really sad. that will do it for this post-game recap of the Kings' blowout loss to the Denver Nuggets. Please, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. You're also available on all audio platforms, so please follow, rate, and review, and we'll see you next time following Kings and Timberwolves Sunday night for another post-game recap. And until next time, take care, go Kings, and sell the team. See you Sunday night following the game.